Hey everyone, this is TC, your guiding chariot. Welcome to your daily reading. This is going to be for April 27th, Saturday. Going to be an interesting weekend, I think. I want to hop into the aspects real quick because there's some interesting ones going on. So most important one is going to be it's a square as always, but Mars is going to be in a square to Neptune early today. So I want to get this one out of the way. This particular aspect can bring, since it's affecting our Mars with this very dreamy, daydreamy, I almost want to say, effect from Neptune. This particular aspect can bring lower physical energy. I almost want to say lower emotional energy as well, because a lot of times this can bring on suspicion, deceit, scandal. A lot of times this can make us feel personally kind of discouraged about situations that we're dealing with, or especially things from the past. It's easy for us to feel guilty over past transgressions that we've committed towards other people. And it may even be things that weren't, super major. But as we kind of look back over these things, it's like, oh my God, why did I do this that way? Or why did things play out in this particular fashion? My biggest heads up for wanting to talk about this rune first. It does happen a little earlier on in the day, but I wanted to put this out because it's something that I want you to be aware of, so that it doesn't lead to, self-defeat, just feeling down and extremely hard on yourself. It could even lead to self-harm for some people. So definitely something I want you to really keep in perspective. The thing to really do if you start to fall into those energies, or if it really hits home and it's something that you kind of already kind of struggle with. Honestly, the biggest advice I can give to you and the best way to work through this square and what it's really trying to bring attention to is really that, first of all, everyone makes mistakes. No one's perfect. Everyone has moments that, could have been done better. And if given a redo, they may have tweaked it. They may tweak their decision a little. But the big thing is to admit to these moments where, I could have done this better. This could have played out differently. And work through it. It's not about, oh my God, you dum-dum, why would you do that? That's horrible. You're awful. Like, that's not the conversation. One, that's not the conversation to have because it's in the past. We can't change the past. It happened already. The best we can do is to learn from it and move forward. Beating yourself up over it doesn't make anyone feel better. Certainly doesn't help you. Definitely doesn't change the situation. It doesn't help you progress. You're just punishing yourself for the sake of punishing yourself. So I just wanted to throw that out there very, very quick. Nice thing about this, we actually have two positive aspects coming up later on in the day that truly help to bring some healing, and I use that word specifically. So we have the moon in a sextile to Mercury, which helps align emotions and thoughts. It's easy for you to communicate and express how you're feeling, why you're feeling that way, and what's really the root of it. It brings that, analytical, logical mind to the emotional world. Beautiful energy if we are working through some past feelings. We also have the moon in a trine to Mars. So Mars is in a square early on, and then the moon makes a trine to it later. This is nice. Usually this aspect brings more physical and emotional energy and mental energy as well. So the morning you may start off, feeling a little low. This extra burst of energy comes in later. I really think that's coming through to kind of kick up your kind of can-do warrior energy to help work you through anything that this square is trying to bring up, anything you're trying to revisit with this square, anything that's hard and starts to weigh really heavy on you. The following aspects, or the two succeeding aspects, really help to kind of pull a 180 on those energies. So it's like one gets you to look at them. The thing is, you don't want to sit with them. At that point, that's when you want to work through them, and then these two aspects come in to help that. And I wanted to say that I used the word healing specifically because our rune today, Bracano, it is the rune of the birch tree, but it's also the rune of the mother goddess. So lots of fertility, there's lots of healing energy in here. Also the idea of mothering and regeneration. So this rune usually speaks to a revival of some sort. Relationships definitely are a huge thing with Bracano. So relationships could be top of mind, and this could be, you know, budding romantic relationships. These could be past relationships that we're trying to, you know, reignite. This could also be just relationships with people who, you know, maybe we had done wrong in the past. You know, a lot of that starts to bubble up again. And having Berkano here is really, to me, it's a really great sign that there's an opportunity for some healing. If you still have connection to this person, there may be even some opening or opportunity for closure. You know, so it's a nice energy to have. I just want to make sure we use it properly and not kind of move down this road of self-criticism, I think is the word that I kind of want to put there. You know, it's about taking these energies and really seeing them for what they are and working through anything that, you know, provides an opportunity for growth. Okay? I always try to keep this channel super upbeat and positive. But I felt like that, for some reason, that particular aspect, that square, felt really heavy to me. Hilarious. So you know me, I normally don't take the cards that kind of just fall out during the shuffle. For some reason, this one was like, we're going to take it. And look what it is. Move through your fears. New Moon in Scorpio. Kind of exactly what we were talking about. You know, and sometimes it can be scary and hard to admit, you know what? I did play that card wrong. I could have done things differently, and I did hurt somebody. It may not have even been your intention, but that doesn't mean that it didn't happen. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. We get a card about working through your fears as we talk about possibly dredging up things from our past. All right, Spirit, what else do we need to know about today's energies? Maybe nothing at all. Maybe that's all I gotta say. Look at that. A new start is coming. We talked about revival with Berkano. So new moon energy. We are coming up to a new moon as well. So fresh new start for some new beginnings. I love those two. I can't remember what the new moon is in coming up. It's not Scorpio. That'd be super crazy if it was. But I don't know why I want to look at the bottom of the deck right now. Interesting. I don't know why I wanted to look at this. Void of course moon. Nothing will come of this situation. To me, this speaks just to the fact that we're dealing with... I was going to say dealing with a new moon. That's not what I meant. Dealing with the past. Like I said earlier, there's nothing we can do about the past. The past is the past. It is what it is. It's about this new start coming. It's about how we move forward. So, if what's coming up is kind of a repeat pattern or a issue that kind of comes and goes in your life, and it pops up, you're like, oh, okay, that was shitty, and then you just kind of push it away because you don't want to face it. I think when it comes up again this time, it's really kind of like, okay, we need to be done with this and move forward, possibly because it's blocking this new beginning. That could be a thing. As I shuffle everybody around. Come back here. I don't know, maybe that's a sign. Maybe we need a little shake-up. All right, let me do one more shuffle. All right. Let's see what the cards have to say. All right, Spirit, what do we need to know about today? What opportunities are coming to us that we need to work through? Right? Bottom of the deck so far, Two of Pentacles. So the need to be open, flexible, fluid, going with the flow, low resistance. All right, Empress. Definitely some Mother Goddess energy in here with Berkano. Look at that. So creation, bringing life into a situation. Seven of Wands. You know, I almost want to say, if you know me, you know I actually talk a lot about this card when it pops up as a card of independence, self-reliance. I almost want to say that this card is really speaking to owning up to your path, owning up to your decisions and really recognizing what was yours and what was others. It's this focus on self that's standing out specifically in this card, at least right now. Five of Cups, loss, mourning, sadness. You know, I think admitting to whatever faults and whatever hurt that has been caused is going to be hard. And I think because the people who this is resonating with, whatever this is that's coming back, this is old. Like, I'm not saying this is like, this wasn't last month, this wasn't the month before. I feel like this is something that's old. And it's been something that we kind of pushed and pushed and pushed, because we just didn't want to admit it. We didn't want to attach ourselves to it. On some level, we knew that we played a part in this. We knew we made a poor decision, but we didn't want to admit it, because admitting it will make us feel bad. You know, because then we know we hurt somebody. We know we did wrong somewhere. Look at that. Then we get the Lover's card. So, could be talking about a Gemini. You could be a Gemini. The person that was affected could be a Gemini. And I keep saying it as if we hurt someone. This could totally be reversed as well. Someone could have hurt you and they're going through this process as well. So know that this can go either way. To me, I actually love that the Lover's card is here. I just want to throw out, Gemini could be involved. But to me, the Lover's card is always about reunion. We talked about revival here with Berkano. You know, we talked about that kind of mothering nature with the Empress, actually with Berkano and the Empress. So to me, this is coming through as a harmonizing. I wanted to say reconciliation, and for some of you that might be, you know, because obviously the Lovers is a very deep soul connection. So for some of you, this could be a stronging, I don't know what that word was supposed to be, but a kind of mending as well as a strengthening of this bond. You know, it was never really broken here. We may have thought it was, like we literally may have felt like it was just us versus everybody else, so we just kind of were like, oh, okay, that's done, I just want to deal with it, I'll suffer in silence. Honestly, if that can be opened up and healed and released, it looks like there is a strong revival to whatever this relationship is. You know, it's not, it may be rusty, but it's not broken yet, and there is a way to repair it. And then here we have the Judgment card. Again, another card of revival. You know, this is total Phoenix energy, rising up out of the ashes. What was once thought to be lost definitely has a chance to return. And I talked about relationships with Berkano as well. So this could even be, you know, I was going to say old relationships, but then the word long distance kind of flashed in my mind. You know, so this could be maybe a long distance relationship that, you know, you or the other person or both of you mutually just kind of like, it's not going to be a thing, I'm just going to let this go. Maybe it was going somewhere and then one of you moved away or something, you know. Or maybe you met on travel and then someone went home and you were like, that's that. I don't know. But this reunion and this revival idea seems like if that's relating and if that's kind of connecting to you, there may be a chance to bring that back. You know, circumstances might be different now that this can actually take place. And here you have the Princess of Wands. Desire, passion, that initial spark. Like I said, flame's not dead. With this card, it's actually giving me, and granted this isn't necessarily a romance card, but this card is definitely giving me some romantic vibes. Like, I feel for those of you who are connecting with, this is about a lost love. This is about the one that got away, possibly. Or the one that it just felt so right, but the circumstances pulled you guys apart. It looks like for some of you there is a chance to rekindle that fire. And I feel for those of you who this is connecting to, or, you know, this, I don't know, this even feels really specific. It may just be one of you out there that's really vibing with this. But I just feel so serious about it. Like, I think the commitment between the two of you, at least at that time, and maybe kind of carried on silently between the two of you, has, it was pretty strong, and still is. Like, it's a serious commitment. Like, the feelings were real, the feelings were mutual. I just keep thinking, like, the circumstances just didn't work. You lived in two different places, or certain things required your attention, and you couldn't sacrifice that to put effort into a relationship. Whatever it was, circumstances just pulled you apart, but the love and the feeling and the commitment and the connection was so real that even now, even though it's been strained, even though it's been pulled very, very thin and very, very far, it's still there. It is not broken. Like I said, maybe it's rusty, maybe it's not bright and shiny right now, but it's still there. And honestly, it looks like there is an opportunity to rekindle it. It may even come as we move closer to the new moon, with the new moon card there. I'm just saying, and even having, let me move this out of the deck, even having this void of course moon, this also speaks, so if you don't know what it means when the moon is void of course, I'm just going to take this card out. Oh, stop it. So I literally took the void of course card, or void of course moon off. Look what was underneath it. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. How crazy is that? Oh, that's great. So definitely romantic. Look, even underneath that, you have the supermoon. Emotions are running high. And then underneath that, first quarter moon, your commitment is being tested. Oh my God. Literally everything I was just talking about. Actually, we're going to keep those three. We're just going to keep them here. But this definitely, oh my God, that's crazy. Anyway, back to what I was saying, the void of course moon. So void of course moon is really, it's just the moment when the moon has left one sign before it's completely entered the next. And it's almost like you treat that period like a Mercury retrograde. It's best to not make any major decisions and not decide on anything fixed and permanent because things are up in the air and it's not nailed down yet. So when it says nothing will come of this situation, again, it's because you were still floating in limbo. Things weren't settled yet. Possibly now for the pair that's coming into union, now things have settled. Now the two of you are at the right place. You have the space and freedom to give the attention to each other, give the connection, the commitment to each other that you want to and that the relationship ideally needs. That's where this new start is coming. And working through your fears may just be, well, it didn't work out the first time. What if this person doesn't like me anymore? What if things have changed between us? Work through those fears. This period, if it's not over already, is coming to a close very soon. Again, possibly with this new moon, around the timing of the new moon. Oh, but this feels heavily romantic and heavily committed. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Kudos to whoever this is connecting with, because I feel like you are on your path to some kind of epic romance, and I think that's beautiful. I don't think I have anything to add to that, so I'm going to wrap it up. But again, amazing, amazing energy. I feel like the connection's it's not happening today. This is a to come type of situation, but I do think it's coming very soon. And like I was saying, possibly around this upcoming new moon. I don't feel like this is far away. All right. And I feel like you probably, for the most part, still have some type of connection with this person. If you haven't talked for forever, I feel like that might be a different situation. I feel like whoever this is meant for, like you two still communicate. It may not be regularly, it may not be often, but every once in a while you still kind of have this check-in moment where it's like, hey, how's it going? What you doing? What are you up to? Where are you in the world? That kind of thing. I think the moment to reconnect is upon you. Ooh. But yeah, I just have this very serious... I always try to keep these more fun and upbeat, but this feels so serious. Like the connection here is real. All right? Oh, I'm tingling. All right, my lovelies, I am going to send you out, as always, wishing you the best, sending you all my love. Apparently you're about to grab some more, so get it. Thank you again for watching this video. Thank you for all the engagement on the channel. If you like this video, give it a like. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Comments, that makes me so happy to hear how this is resonating for you, what's going on for your life, just how you're doing. Feel free to drop any questions down below as well. As always, you can always connect to me on Instagram at The Guiding Chariot. And if you want to book a private reading, feel free to DM me or hit me up on my email. All that info and prices and all that stuff will be down below. All right, my lovelies. Sending you my love. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.